we're gonna kick our shoes off because I think they're gonna be right here. Getting another bite. I saw a bass. There's one little guy, but that's the same one. Gosh, I love this stuff, man. Healthy. Healthy. All right. Let's drop this kayak in the water. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, we just fish, have fun, hunt, and do silly stuff. Today, we're gonna review the Three Waters Big Fish 120. Take her on her maiden voyage. Just picked her up last week. Last night, I put her in the water without a plug. We were gonna make this video yesterday and it sunk. I did not get the footage. I wish I would have. Hopefully that plug will work. But yeah, hoping that this motor, it's a Haswig, won't be too much. I might have to change the motor out. I'm gonna build a crate tomorrow too. It just seems a little heavy and fast, but we're gonna give it a try. We'll also do a paddle test later in the day, but let's go catch some bass along the way. We'll do a spring bait overview, review this kayak. Let's drop her in the water. This is where things went bad yesterday, so I just want to check if there's water coming in. So far, so good. All right, good. Think we're all right. Yesterday we sunk right there.
5 minutes later.
I don't know how this guy said this worked. Well, folks, my suspicions about the motor were correct. I was just getting it in to be situated with the motor, and I sunk again. Way too heavy in the back, and it just immediately pulls in water and sinks. I'm gonna have to get a whole new motor for this. Well, in the meantime, we're gonna go get a paddle and just paddle around. Oh, this sucks. I'm gonna take the motor off. This isn't the kayak's fault. This is the either my or the guy I bought it from's fault, but I think I don't understand how he could have done it, but then when I sit in it, it does that. I only weigh probably 15 pounds more than him. Trial and error. We're gonna get her fixed up. Okay. Definitely gonna need help getting this stuff out. In the meantime, we can fish. Hello?
Oh.
Hey. You see what happened?
So, do you have a water where the battery sits on the kayak on the top?
You mean the removable battery or in the back?
No, the back.
The back, yeah. So when when it's sitting really low, then as soon as I get in, it just floods. I'm gonna try to drain all the water right now and try again.
Yeah, you have those plugs on the back, so just, you know, you have to remove those and the water is gonna run away.
All right,
okay.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know, guys. You think he's playing with me? We'll find out. We're gonna pull it out. I'll update you when I drain the water. It's all part of it, guys. It's all part of it. Probably gonna catch a bass till my dad gets back, though, because I need help pulling this out, because there probably is water in it. Oh, he had it. Little guy. They're back there though. They're really picking this. They're really liking this bait. My assumptions were correct. I'm probably gonna switch it to a better setup. Just wanted to test it. I had a theory. Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna have a fun day. It's little, but there's big ones mixed in. I saw like a 3.5 in here, and in Michigan that's like a 6 down south. Already. Oh, I had one. This is crazy. Yeah, they're in here. Small, but good. Healthy fish. Just slowly moving this and keeping my finger right on the line so I can feel those ticks. Check for weight and then set the hook. Popping it up and letting it sit. Doing less is more, I think, with finesse this time of year. With oh, I just had another one. Like reaction bites, more is better this time of year. With finesse, I think less is better this time of year. It's kind of a weird phenomenon.
Yeah. A couple of guys died in Florida a couple years ago doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, lost little guy. I've caught like 6. All right, do me a favor, hit that top button right there on the camera. Time. Yep. It's very heavy with this water. Getting lighter as we go. Yeah, that's way heavier than it should be.
It's full of water, man.
There's got to be water in the hole.
Yeah, it might be. So here's what we're gonna do.
Take this plug off.
Yeah, it's draining right now out there off the back end. Drain right there. Yeah. So what's it draining from?
I don't know. That's so heavy. It's full of water, you hear it?
Yeah. Let's tilt it sideways.
I think it might be better if we go from the front and just tilt it up, because then all the weight will be in the back, you know? Alright. Is there water coming out the back left?
My name is Jeff.
Oh my God, Dad, look. Well, there's the issue. This looks new. Like, did that happen on the trailer? You don't think I can patch it myself? It's still draining. Yeah, that thing was full of water.
Where'd Rock go?
Oh, crap. Oh, he's right there. Rocco!
Oh, get over there. No, they get pissed.
Come here, buddy. No, come here. Here, switch. You want to go get him? I got it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to drain this, and I will get back to you. Fishing break. Oh, dude, we are getting bit, though. Little guy, but still fun. All right, let's get this on the trailer, get it back, switch kayaks. We'll plug it up later after we have a good day of fishing. Yep. All right, guys, problem solved. So this thing turns, right?
Well, what I do is I'd move
And
them together.
that's what I'm gonna do, yeah.
Which is
And there's this metal thing here
because this
that
has
goes
these
up.
tunnels. This is like a catamaran.
Yeah, and when I strapped it down here, punctured a hole in the kayak. Got to. Stupid. Fishing break. Can't help it. They're biting too good. How stupid am I, though, to have punctured a hole in my own kayak by strapping it down on a trailer where the thing was slipping? You know, you live and you learn, and you just can't let these things affect you. You just gotta fix it and push forward. Like the backwards American flag on a military uniform.
What?
Sometimes I say things, and then after I say them, I'm like, man, you don't always gotta be weird. I throw this over here and work it like a topwater. Oh, that's a good one. Man, this is crazy. No, it's not a good one. Oh, lost him. Not a good one, but smoked it like a good one. Man, they're up in here, yo. Sorry guys, I'm not filming the cinematic video I wanted to. Turned into a Cole style video, shit show. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, oh, did you guys see that? Throw this back there one time, work it like a top water. Throw the mooch minnow twice. Then we're gonna go get in the other kayak. Didn't even know he was hooked. Boop. It's almost every cast, dude. Boop. Thing's purty on the trailer though, ain't it? Can't wait to get it all figured out. Come on. Pop it up a little bit, let it float, let it sink, let it sit and peck the bottom. Sorry, buddy. All right, let's get it back. God, I love bass fishing, man. Woo. All right, we're gonna take this kayak back, get in the old Lifetime paddle kayak with no accessories, do some old school, good old fishing. No depth finder, no nothing. Well, I don't have one on there either. No motor, nothing. But we're gonna do that, and then we are going to fix the kayak later. That'll be this video, and we'll do the review next video. Sorry if I baited y'all. I don't know what the title's gonna be yet, but if I did, sorry. I got the kayak up here ready to fix. We're gonna do that later. Right now we're gonna go fishing, but look at that. I was able to pull this out, so I still have the plastic, so it should be pretty easy to do like a flex seal / plastic weld situation. So that's gonna be our tinker for tonight. For now, we're gonna go fish, probably on a jet ski instead of the other kayak. All right, folks, before we fix that kayak, get some food, we are going to go fish on this bad boy, a jet ski, because I'm curious. They were biting over there, so let's see what happens. We're gonna throw some similar stuff. We'll go over the baits later.
Just gonna go home.
Well, I have that meeting. I have that meeting at the VA tomorrow, but
Okay, so yeah, so come home tomorrow morning, shower, go to your meeting, fucking everything like shut down.
oh shit! I just hung up on my wife instead of turn the camera off.
Hello?
I should probably have sunscreen on, but we gonna fish these bays and stuff, cause over there they were in there. So I think that's, you know, cause the bluegill are pulling up to spawn. I think some of the fish are starting to pull up. So we're gonna try to fish this little tree real quick. I jerk bait first. I don't know if they're aggressive enough for the jerk bait yet, but if they are, we're gonna catch a big one on it. I want to put a trolling motor on this jet ski so bad. I think that'd be sick. Throwing just a shallow water jerk bait. Lose mock work bait. They were on sale at Ollie's, so I figured I'd give it a try. Yeah, I was going to buy a rug for my wife, and what do you know, I come home with tackle and forget the rug. Whoopsies. One just had it for a second. Another baby, but I was just driving around looking for spots that look kind of like that other place. There's a water inflow right here, and then I started seeing bluegill, so they're really keyed in on the bluegill. Throwing another bluegill imitator, this panorama swim bait. He's tiny, but where the small ones are, the big ones are close. Just try to throw it a little deeper, see if there's a bigger one out there. But yeah, I'm just going around looking for water inflows and dirtier water actually right now, because it heats up faster, and we're like right at the beginning of like the warm weather and the water warming up. So, oh, that was a big one. All right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna run to this dam I know about, because it's similar to this and that other spot where the kayak sank, but this dam has a lot of current water inflow and also flats where bluegill will be, and it should be warm right now because the sun's in the peak, like top of the sky. Here's a better one. I was working my way over to that inflow through this mooch minnow by Crush City, the finesse jig head. That's not about probably 1.8. He was under the dock though, almost like I mean, they're feeding though. Look how fat that is. See if we can get another one under there real quick. Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, I had him. Bunch of bluegill right here. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a bass swimming around trying to get these guys. Sight fish that baby. Okay, you get to go. See if I can catch his friend. All right, let's see if we can get this guy. Little guy still, but man, it's still just fun, guys. It's amazing how many bites you miss if you're not really paying attention with these techniques. Hey puppy, bring me a stick.
Thinks that what you're casting is a ball.
Oh, I won't cast it on land. He won't go after it in the water, will he?
No.
Okay.
Especially if you have a bobber. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Because it's a ball, yep. All right, we're gonna get off the kayak. We gotta go try over there. I'll turn you back on if I find them in here. This is an experiment. See that water? And let me show you the water running in here. See this water running in? So they're filling the lake back up, which is why they're stacked up in here, I think. That in combination with the water warming in that bay. That right there, you see them in there? That's why this bait is working so well. Oh, a big bass just ran in there. Look at how much it looks like them in the water. You see that? There's my bait. And there's the other one. It's crazy, man. It's a little baby pike right there hunting these little guys. Awesome. I love nature. There's a bass right there. He swiped at it. I can't even tell the difference. Dude, they're everywhere. Well, not quality. We wouldn't be winning a tournament, but we're having a very fun time. All right, boys. We're at the damn spot. I'm not here more for the bluegill spawn. I'm here more for the water flow because they're letting water into the, oh, that's not a good cast. They're letting water into the lake right now. And because of that, a lot of really small bait fish might get pulled over here, which would then have the bass follow. That's the thought anyways. Turtles. You guys see that turtle? Just too turtly for the turtle club. Oh no. Did we have a disaster? No, because smooth is fast. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Where's the right one though?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
All right, if I didn't get bit on that, they're probably not on this stuff. We'll try under this dock and then try real shallow over there. If I might say, my boat maneuvering skills, they're impressive.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
All right, let's get out of here, boys. You got to see me do some cool boat stuff.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
We'll go catch one more, then we'll go fix the kayak, talk about some baits. No fish at the dam. Maybe it's good I got stuck on that other stuff because we caught quite a smorgasbord of fish today. Only a couple decent ones. No biggins. But the biggins will come out to play, and when we're dialed on the kayak, we'll go biggin fishing. Right now, we're just having us a good old time. Damn, another one bit the tail off. Yeah. Oh, we got a bluegill. What do the kids say? A bluegill. Stupid. Chill out, man. Thank you. All right, well, not the one we were looking for, but we caught another fish. You're sure? Let's go to the house. See you there. Actually, yeah, see you there. Yeah, Swan. You gonna come at me, Swan?
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Thought about it. Freedom! There's a better one. I've been hunting this bass for a minute, dude. He's fighting. There's a better one. The bass are feeding. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, there's a fish right there. Another one. Oh, that's a stick. That's what we call a tree pounder.
Okay.
Back-to-back 10-pins.
All right, well, that was a good day on the water. Now let us go fix a kayak. Psych! What up, Doe? Wrapped in that tree. Sorry, turtle. Little guy. I just can't seem to get off the water, boys and girls. It's too much fun, but this mooch minnow's really mopping them up. Normally, like in a tournament, I'd be throwing a much bigger bait, but right now I'm just having fun. And yes, big ones will bite this, but right now we're just catching them, so I'm gaining confidence in the mooch minnow style Ned situation. Yeah, buddy. I love this place. Oh my gosh, I missed it. Only in Hell, Michigan, right?
My daddy walked the same road, kept his boots clean through the mud.
It's an old school license
Told me,
plate,
boy, your name don't matter.
All right. So we had a great day on the water. Just got some good food at the House Saloon here in Pinckney/Hell, Michigan. Now we're gonna fix this kayak. We're slightly lubricated, but that's all right. That's what we can do. As you can see, I mean, I still have this flat. I was gonna use a solder gun and plastic weld around it, but I talked to a guy at the local marina. Said if I cover it in JB weld and get it all throughout the whole thing and then put Flex Seal on top of it, that should do the job. I will also probably fix some of these scrapes here, like this. Things that could maybe give me a problem in the future. Probably do it all. I'm gonna sand those down first, but we'll do one step at a time. So also I think they'll make this 2 videos, so this is also a video on how to fix a hole in a kayak. This is a pretty bad hole here, as you can see, but I have this flap, so it will make it a lot easier to fix. If I didn't have that, I would probably get some like P-Tex or some kind of plastic and melt it in there, cover it, kind of like you're fixing drywall. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so like I said, we had a really good day on the water. I got this JB weld applied. I'm not going to go through the whole breakdown of how to do it other than what I've already explained because I made a whole separate video for how to patch a hole in a kayak. You can check that out if you want. Maybe I'll link it in the description. If I don't, just go to my channel and look it up if you need to seal a hole in your kayak. While this dries, after it's done, I'll show you, put it in the water, that we fixed it and all that. That'll be the end of the video. But first, I wanted to talk about the baits that we used today and what worked for this spring. So the star of the show, believe it or not, was this mooch minnow. Just rigged on a net head I had a finesse weedless net head by Z-Man, and it just worked. It just killed it. These baits are incredible. I think I noticed sometimes when these tails got broken off, I got less bites. So I think these tails just float and really just give it a kind of a perfect action. And the reason I think these work so well today is that we're in the very beginning stages of the bluegill spawn here in Michigan. The water's gone up. I'm gonna guess it's about 50, 55. I was fishing without any electronics today. But I'm gonna guess it was about 50, 55. The bluegill are pulled up, spawning, the bass followed. They sit in those warming areas, the warming bays, the places with dirtier water where the warm water has warmed up a bit, but also with sand flats. And these baits in this clear water just really imitate those small bait fish really well that those bass were keyed in on. The other day I was throwing some baits and wasn't getting really any bites, and I just had that epiphany because I was seeing a lot of bait fish this size, and it just freaking worked. Now, in the pre-spawn, a lot of times people will tell you not to slow down, fish fast, and that's true. But I think we're in a stage right now where if you're not fishing offshore on like secondary points and staging areas for bass, because a lot of times they'll just sit there before they come up in the shallows. In this particular stage, this might only last for a week, and all bass are in all stages. Today, though, I needed to imitate these bait fish. So some other things that I did to do that, I threw the panorama swim bait. This worked really well. I caught a few on it, not as many as the mooch minnow paired with the net head, but the panorama swim bait. Now these come pre-rigged or not pre-rigged. There's a lot you can do with them, both ways. Pre-rigged, obviously you just throw them with a hook. I'm gonna come around there and show you. See how close that looks to a bluegill too. But pre-rigged, it just comes with a hook coming out the top right there, normal. I don't have any pre-rigged left, else I'd show you that, but you can see where the hook would come out. It's just a straightforward design there. But not pre-rigged, these make great trailers. Chatterbait is one of the best pre-spawn baits out there. Next to like a jerkbait and a square bill. I'm not going to show you a square bill because all you guys know what it is. If you don't, just go look it up. There's a million videos on it. Those are tried and true pre-spawn baits. But this panorama swim bait on the back of a chatterbait, swim jig, any of that, it just works, man. You can see how tore up this is. I didn't throw that today, but this is a great pre-spawn bait. But like I said, today, they're in that weird stage where you got to choose whether you're going to fish more out deep or you're going to go up shallow and target these fish. Now, I was trying to throw faster moving baits around these fish, and they just weren't ready for it. They were keyed in on those bait fish about this size. So when I threw a pre-rigged panorama swim bait and just kind of popped it like a jig, or a Ned rig even, just kind of like it was pecking on the bottom or struggling to swim, those bass attacked it. Now, some other things you could do to imitate that would be like a raid swimmer, just rigged on simple jig head, or I prefer Kayak paddle tail swim baits. These are really good bait fish imitators. Here's something else you can do with a panorama. This is on, it's not an underspin, it's actually a small bladed jig head. So if you got them pre-rigged, these panorama swim baits in bluegill, and by the way, I'm up north, so these lakes, especially the inland lakes, these bass are keyed in on bluegill this time of year, especially in this stage where they're just starting to see bluegills spawn and pulling up shallow, and the brave ones are pulling up. The big ones you might have to go find a little deeper, but they will be pulled up at the correct times of day. Look for water inflows and look for like dirtier water where the water is warmed up, and then fish just a little out past where it's super shallow and you see those bait fish, or against really tight cover, like against rock walls, sea walls. Bass will sit right on those sea walls and wait for a bait fish to screw up and ambush it. So this is what it looks like pre-rig without the jig head, but I put a jig head on it, and it's almost like a little mini, less in-your-face chatterbait. I caught a couple fish on this, but this is just one of the many options you can do. The reason I did that is, like I said, these fish are keyed in on bluegill and nothing else, but this did not work for me today. The only thing that worked for me today was not necessarily slowing down, because there is a bait that I used where I did not slow down that worked, but always imitating about this size of a bait fish. That's just what worked today. But again, in the pre-spawn, chatterbaits, swim jigs, jerk baits, square bill crankbaits. But that in Michigan, because the water's at like 50, 55 right now, 50 most likely. In the next coming weeks, those faster moving baits will really come into play. Next, this was the second star of the show behind the Mooch Minnow today. And also, by the way, on the Mooch Minnow, I bet like a traditional TRD would work. Just a Ned rig, short little Ned rig. Or maybe even a dice bait, something like that. But I don't know, they just like that slender, slim profile that looks like a small bait fish. This is made by Fish Labs. I don't know the name of it, but you can fish this thing like a wacky worm. It almost falls slow like a wacky and does the wobble motion, but you can also fish it like a fluke or even a buzz toad. I was fishing it all the above. I would kind of work it like a buzz toad and then pop it like a fluke and then let it sink. And usually when I would let it sink and then give it one little pop, that's when I would get my hits. This is made by Fish Labs, something toad. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but if you just look up into Fish Labs, that's what it's called. I was fishing it weightless on an EWG 2-aught, just a fine wire hook, and I bent the hook out slightly so that it was flush with the back of that bait, because otherwise it was going to dig in. I guess Owner makes a wide gap hook for that exact purpose. A worm hook, in my opinion, is too narrow for this, so you want a wide gap, but you're going to want to bend the hook out unless it fits for your application to not bury in there, so you can still get a good hook set. Another thing you can throw this time of year, the fluke. I mean, there's a million ways you can rig this. Other things that might work are like panoramas with a nail weight in it, fish similar to that Fish Labs toad that I just talked about. May not be quite as versatile. You can fish those on top, you can jerk them. I saw something, the Flip Gale and the Buzz Gale 6 Cents just came out with. All of those are very similar to like a fluke and whatever this is called by Fish Labs application. You just kind of pop it, jerk it, let it sit on top, and then let it sink, and you will usually get a strike at this stage. Every stage is different. These applications would work in the next stage, but the next stage is the water warms up, approaching 60 degrees, very low 60 degrees for largemouth. Smallmouth at that point will be getting ready to really spawn themselves. Down south, same thing would apply 2 or 3 months ago. Jerk baits, if you don't know how to fish a jerk bait, don't know what a jerk bait is, go look it up. Shallow water jerk baits at this time, if you're going to be targeting those staging fish, maybe some of the bigger fish, you're going to want to be fishing secondary points, by water inflows with sand flats that are warmed by the sun at the time of day you're fishing, and throw a more deep diving jerk bait in those areas. But shallow water jerk baits work really well here. What am I missing? You can throw a glide style jointed swim bait as well. If you're on a body of water that has some bigger fish. I didn't throw this today, but if I was in a tournament, I definitely would have, up against seawalls, rock walls, where I caught a lot of my fish. But, like I said, I was just crushing it on this Mooch Minnow, and sometimes that's just the way it is. Mooch Minnow and this guy, and the Panorama swim bait. That's because those bass were keyed in on nothing else but small 3, at the biggest 4-inch little bait fish, and these things look just like them in the water. Like I said, Kayak would look just like them in the water. Panorama swim baits do look just like them, but honestly, as weird as it sounds, I think it's because of like the reflection on the water, that skinny, slender, like Ned profile, as well as the way this thing fell and the color in that clear water in these northern lakes, the clear water lakes, just look and trigger that instinctual predatory strike, and they look like what the bass are eating, period. Once again, I cannot emphasize this enough. The next couple weeks, though, as the water temperature starts to rise, bass will start to be even more aggressive, getting ready to spawn, and that's when your chatterbaits, squarebill crankbaits, jerk baits, bigger swim baits, all that aggressive stuff, top water even, like I said, this and flukes and regular panoramas, buzz gills, buzz toads, buzz baits, all that stuff will come into play in the coming weeks leading up to the bass spawn when you might want to slow down a little bit. But that's what we caught him on today. Had a really good day. I will flash to when we get this fixed, and that will be the end of the video. Thank you. All right, boys, I think the kayak's finished. We're about to flip it over, but I wanted to show you the finished product on the back.
That's what she said.
Fixed a lot of the scratches, which weren't really the issue. fix the entire plug. I made a whole video on how to fix a plug in your kayak, just cause I think it should work. So we'll test it on the water, see over there. Well, so far so good. It's sitting a lot higher in the water than it was. I still don't love how high that bow is. We're about to take it out. Is this big? Ahoy, Mickey! This thing goes. I feel like I'm on like a mini little test.
We about to build a life off of big bucks and fish. When I feel the strike, all I scream is don't. I just spent a paycheck on tackle. Don't tell my wife it's all okay when they're hitting my bait.